discussion.
Kanawai Mamalahoe was quoted several times today, and it was in several testimonies that we received, and that goes both ways. The safe and respectful use of the road, it's important to everybody. And I'm disappointed that that hasn't been upheld. I'm disappointed in the words of violence that have been used, maybe not in this room today, but definitely on both sides of the conversation. I feel for our daycare officers, and I appreciate your testimony and what you stand for. Of all the tools that we have, I don't know that we're using the right tool right now. And I don't know that we've given you the right tools and all the tools and resources that you could use as well. It's conflicting. I hear you guys talk and I feel the same way you do. Having said that, we just had the emergency rules for the Loli last meeting. When it came to impacts to natural resources, we received a certain amount of information on species. I didn't receive that about the natural resources at this point in time. In other issues before us, when there's been violations, we've received reports about those violations and investigations into those violations. I recognize the challenges of the existing rules on the books and how maybe that challenge serving violations, but I still think that's part of the process, and that was a tool that we had as well that we could have used. We have Kahuku Mauna, we have Ahamoku Council, we have the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, many people who have offered help in the past and that are resources to Office of Mauna Kea Management, the university, and to the board, and that's a tool that I don't feel that we used beforehand. I don't know that I feel that I've heard a genuine understanding from all sides of what it means to have cultural practice at Mauna Kea. I hear the cultural practice and the camping sort of woven together along with our First Amendment rights. And I don't know that I have heard clearly how we've tried to understand each of those conversations and to move forward with resolutions on each of them as is appropriate for them. I feel that we're lumping them together. And I recognize that, like my fellow board members, that the situation has come to a head at this point in time, requiring these types of rules to come before us because other tools and other efforts weren't necessarily used ahead of time. So for those of us that have to go forward, continue to serve our land, continue to serve our people, I think we do need to pause every now and then and think of the tools that we have on hand. You don't bring your o'o when you have to do a ko'i type of job. You don't take your o'o if what you really want to do is hoi. And I don't know that these rules really are the right tool at the right time for this particular situation. I think we've brought the wrong tool to a very, very challenging situation, and I share the fear with my board members of the violence that we hear about, which is very different from having perseverance. I'm concerned about the public safety issues that have already occurred and the potential for more public safety issues. And I hope that we can all abide by Kanawai Mamalahoe and find a way to have peaceful and respectful conversations and recognizing how we can come to some sort of aloha in this situation. Mahalo.